It's been a little while since we did a cut reaction video. We asked 100 people if they've ever cheated. Keep it 100. I'm assuming like relationship cheating.
Yes.
I cheated on my math test one time. Just own it, respect it. By the way, YouTube added this new thing. I haven't actually showed this to you guys yet or talked about it, but like it allows you to scroll the timeline and see, you get this little like graph here. Looks like sand dunes. It shows you where people watched the video the most. So this right here is the peak. This is where the video got played the most, got the most watch time. Kind of interesting. So this part's probably gonna be pretty boring, but this part's probably gonna be pretty interesting. So watch to the end. There's proof right there.
Have you ever cheated on someone?
Oh, no.
Have I ever cheated?
No.
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 Fuck no.
Never.
I'll
Never
answer your
will.
question, chat, in
Never,
case
never,
you're
never.
wondering. No.
Never, ever, ever.
Never.
Have you ever cheated?
Not that kind of person.
I have not cheated.
No. Nope.
I feel like everybody says that, but
Why not?
You just don't.
Because I'm honest.
I'm not somebody who needs more than
That guy's
one
hot.
person's affection.
I have like, I would say tunnel vision.
I think that's one of the worst things you can do to another person and to their self-esteem.
It's
I agree.
disrespectful. It's just like,
not even that. It's like, it's disrespectful to yourself. It's like, yeah, it's a wildly disrespectful thing to do to somebody else. And really what it is it's just cowardly. Like, I feel like when it comes to, sometimes people try to portray it as like, oh, I just don't give a fuck, dude. But like, it really just comes down to clear communication, not being a prick, and being a good person, you know? Like, some people will try to make the argument like, oh, I didn't really know where we stood, so like, I felt like it was okay. Like, those are just people who I think just don't have great communication skills. It's usually pretty clear. And if you even have to ask yourself, where do we stand, then it's probably a good idea to make it really clear to the person you're currently with or currently talking to, hey, I don't think I want to do this anymore. And then you're free to go do whatever the hell you want to do. Like, it's just,
like,
be
so
honest.
terrible.
Just don't have that on your
There's
conscience.
no
you know?
excuse
Don't
for
do that to
doing
somebody.
That, I think.
Have you ever cheated?
Okay, well, there's your answer right there. There you go.
I know.
Why'd you do that?
Well, I guess the sex wasn't very good. Boredom?
Like I pussied out of being upfront about like there
She
being
owns
a
it.
lack in the relationship.
I was kind of just going by instinct.
Somebody threw themselves at me and I accepted it.
I found out he was cheating, so then I did it too. He did it too.
He did it first.
It was like a tit for tat.
I have cheated in most of my relationships.
Yes, I have cheated on somebody before.
That's a little interesting, though. If somebody does it to you first, I get the eye for an eye thing. That I'm a little bit more okay with, I guess. It just depends on how certain you are. Like, there are some people that are just delusional, paranoid, that think like, oh, you're sleeping with this person when they're really not.
Arrested. Shit.
Have you ever cheated?
No.
No.
No, I've not.
I ended first before I played.
There you go.
Just break up with
Yeah.
him if you want to cheat.
One time
That's
I
what
did
I'm saying.
break up with someone because I felt like I was gonna cheat on him.
Is cheating a deal breaker for you personally? Yes.
It wouldn't be a deal breaker and like it wouldn't like break me.
If it's just like sexual, like maybe we could work it out. But if it's like, if there's feelings involved, then I don't want to be part of it.
Happens once, maybe a mistake, but like happens twice, you're just an asshole.
Cheaters are like people of habit and like they end up cheating again.
I cheated on somebody in high school. And I know the people that don't cheat say, once a cheater, always a cheater. But it's like, go fuck yourself. I was like dating boys, but really I liked girls.
People can
I was sexually
change.
confused.
My first relationship was falling apart.
I get
There
that.
was a couple points of infidelity because we were long distance and I made mistakes.
Do you regret it?
Absolutely.
I did feel guilty.
Okay,
Still
good.
kind of
Phew.
feel guilty.
You feel horrible. I don't know how guys can do it.
I felt more or less okay.
I've helped someone cheat and it felt really awful.
Right after it happened, I instantly told my best friend, I just did something really bad. This is what I did. How do I tell him?
I've been cheated on a few times.
What does that feel like?
Awful, the worst, and it affects your future relationships.
I'm constantly paranoid about it.
It's pretty soul crushing. What do you think about cheaters?
They suck. Karma will get them.
I try not to be super judgmental about it because I know that everybody's capable of it.
Ah, you're a shit person. You're a shit ass person. You have a girlfriend, you sick fuck.
I have.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you been cheated on?
Yeah.
What'd that feel like?
Karma. I was upset a little bit, but I was like, damn, that shit did come back around and hit me though.
Have you ever cheated on someone?
No.
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 I've definitely thought about it.
Never been in a relationship, so no.
No.
That's
like,
interesting to me.
cuddled with people. With my first boyfriend ever, I cuddled someone else. I mean, it was a sexual cuddling.
The worst that I ever let happen was I let somebody touch my boob under the shirt.
Oh.
That's the worst. It's in my journal.
Not okay.
Have you ever cheated?
There was a point where I maybe emotionally cheated on somebody.
What classifies as cheating?
For me, cheating just meant that I was involved with somebody and didn't tell the whole truth. Cheating is not telling me who you hooking up with.
If you have a boyfriend, but you do something with a girl, then that may not actually be cheating.
And actually going to the
girl.
Let me hear that
if
one more time.
you have a boyfriend, but you do something with a girl, then that may not actually be cheating.
And actually going to the
I
strip
disagree.
joint is not cheating if you tell them about it.
The day before I broke up, I kissed the person I started dating afterwards. It was like a speeding ticket.
Have you ever cheated?
No, I've never cheated.
No.
No.
No?
Never cheated. No.
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 Yeah, so what I'm hearing is land.
But, I mean, I'm open to it.
No, that person would say otherwise.
I have exes that thought we were monogamous.
Well, it depends on what you consider a partner.
Wait, this is the guy from that other video that's had sex with like 1,500 people, right? So he's like, this dude is
monogamous.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what you consider a partner.
That dude's been around.
Exclusivity was not discussed.
Our rules and boundaries were loose, but I could have been more honest about the situation.
Talk about it, because maybe your partner will be like, yeah, you can bang that person.
Have you ever cheated?
Prior to my wife, I did. It was some spur of the moment.
In high school, I cheated on my girlfriend. I'm like, did I really just fuck this up?
Would you go back and not cheat on your past partner?
Yeah, I would. I probably just would have.
I want to know if anybody says yes to that question.
Yes.
Is there anything you want to say about it?
Nope. Don't know how many of my exes are watching. I don't.
That's funny. I don't know, dude. I feel like so the most interesting part of that whole video was when they started asking the question, what do you consider to be cheating? Because some people do have differing opinions on that, right? Like some people mentioned that they were just cuddling, right? Like there's no sexual act there necessarily, right? I would still think that's cheating, you know, not to the degree of like actually banging somebody, but that's still cheating. So there's definitely a spectrum for it, but I feel like the line is pretty clear. If you don't feel comfortable telling your significant other about what you're doing, or if you would be upset or you're scared of them finding out about what you're doing, then that's cheating. If you think your significant other wouldn't like what you're doing, then that's considered cheating. It's all like, people are different, right? Some people are more flexible than others. Some people look at it differently. It depends. But I feel like if you're in a position where you know the other person well enough to have been in a relationship with them, then you know whether or not they would be okay with whatever it is that you're doing. Does that make sense? That was a lot of like innuendo kind of talking, but I feel like that's pretty cut and dry. And everybody, if they're really honest with themselves and they really dig deep from within and have like a self-reflection moment, they know the answer to that question. You know what I mean? Would so-and-so be okay with this? And if you even really have to stop and think about it, then the answer is probably this is not okay. I really don't think it's that difficult. I get it's a spectrum, but I don't think it's that difficult of a question to answer. It's just a matter of respect. Here's my 2 cents. Let's see what the internet has to say. One time I broke up with someone because I felt like I was going to cheat. Yeah, dude, my brain immediately went to a different comment. But that is a good mindset, I guess, but in a really weird way. It's kind of like, I really don't feel like this is actually a comment that deserves as much praise as it got. One time I broke up with someone because I felt like I was going to cheat. If you feel like that, makes it worse if it's like super premeditated. You know what I mean? Like if, like again, it's all a spectrum. I in a weird way have sympathy for people who like, if you get super plastered and an in the moment thing happens with, you know what I mean? Like there is a degree of like severity to how bad cheating can be. But this is, I don't know, if you thought that you were going to cheat on somebody, I don't think says a lot of good things about you personally. The guy that said he broke up with someone because he felt like he would has my respect. I don't know, dude. I think if you, it's not, yeah, it's kind of the wording, right? If you feel like you're in a place where you're not happy in the relationship anymore, or you feel like you're not fulfilled, then there needs to be a conversation. Right? Have that conversation. I don't think you should even consider legitimately. You know what I mean? Like that's just not, if you're considering it as a legitimate thing you might want to do, then I think that's kind of, if you have a boyfriend but do something with a girl, it's not cheating. If I'm right-handed and I punch you with my left hand, it's not really punching you. Yeah, exactly. Kind of dumb logic. actually kind of sad those who did cheat laugh it off. It's such devastating for the other person. I also thought the other guy, there was one guy that was like, shoot, what did he say? I'm like completely mind blanking. It was like a white guy, short, brown hair. Definitely thought about it. Maybe that's the converse what I was thinking of, and I already touched on that. Yeah, this. Have you ever cheated on something? No, but I'm open to it. Like, hey, you never know what I might wake up one day and just be like, fuck this, you know what I mean? And then literally go fuck this, you know what I mean? Yeah, I respect that dude who doesn't need more than one person's affection. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. People are gonna have differing opinions. Let me know what you think.